Hello guys, you can read the title. I'm not gonna give explanation. I'm just gonna get straight into it because we don't have time to waste. So the first way that men fall in love is through challenge, not convenience. Guys, this is so, not even guys, girls, because I'm talking to the girlies right now. If you're a guy, I don't think this video is for you, but you can stay if you want, get my views up. But yes, so what I mean by challenge, not convenience, is you shouldn't, from the first few days or weeks of speaking to this person, guy, whatever, you should not be making it clear how much you like him. You shouldn't be telling him how much you like him and what you'll do for him and cooking for him, going over to his place, planning dates, saying, oh, I want to see you. No, and no. I don't care how much you like that man. In the first few days, weeks, maybe even a month of you speaking, you should not be showing so much interest, so much love, so much like how much you like him, telling him, oh, I like you, I want to see you. No, none of that. Cut it out, okay? We can do it once a bit of time has passed. Once that man has consistently shown you he wants you, has shown consistent effort, has been texting you, calling you, seeing you, then of course you can now reciprocate the energy and show, actually, I like you too. I like what you do for me. I like how you make me feel. I like you as a person, whatever. Right? But from the get-go, you do not just show a man that you just like him for his existence. No, that man needs to have done something to deserve your, feelings or your respect or whatever, because that's how men think. They don't just really like you from the start. When a man first approaches you, it's because he finds you attractive, but later down the line is when actual feelings arise, right? Okay, let me explain to you how men work. So we all know that men have higher testosterone, which makes them taller, stronger, more muscular than women, because they're meant to hunt. That's back in the day when humans were created. They were created for women to give birth, men to hunt, find prey, provide food for the community, right? So what that means is they love challenges. Why do men play games? They play sports, which is a sort of game with an intention to win something, win a goal, win a basket, win a whatever. They like playing video games with the winning points. They like all sorts of games. Games were created by men, right? Because they're always in the pursuit of something. They're always in the pursuit of winning something. So that's just what they are born to do, and that's what they have an inner drive to do. They want to pursue something, win it, and then feel that dopamine of when you work for something, you received it. So when you girls or women try to shorten that process by being too available, or by being too straightforward, too easy, too reliable, too dependable, too much too soon, you're taking that away from them. You're taking that excitement of fighting for something, of pursuing something, of figuring out, thinking of a strategy how to get this. You're getting rid of all the fun. Men like the chase. They like the pursuit of women. If they didn't, they wouldn't be out here chasing women, and they wouldn't be hunters. But that's what they were born to be. So that's what they like. Don't make the game of chasing easier for them. And I'm gonna make a lot of points in this video that I'm gonna hear a lot of women say, oh, well, I don't like games. I just want to be myself. I just want to be straightforward. Why is dating so difficult? Baby girl. Yes, okay, you don't like games, but that's reality. Is if you don't play the game, you get played. Life is a game. There's nothing you can do about it. The fact that you don't want to play, and the fact that you just want to be genuine and don't want to fake things, which is not really what's happening here. But if that's your view on it, you thinking that way is not going to stop the game. Life is going to continue being this way. Men will continue being this way. And if you don't learn to adapt to the game and do it right, you will lose. You will lose. That's it. You can't exit the game. You were born. You were put into this planet. It wasn't your choice. But now you have to be here and you have to adapt. Be adaptable. Stop trying to be so genuine. There is no unconditional love. There is no unconditional love. Men do not love unconditionally. That's just a fact. They love you based off looks, based off personality, based off what you can bring, based off whether you can cook, clean. Would you be a good mother? Would you be a good wife? Are you emotionally intelligent? Are you genuinely intelligent? What are you? They need to see some sort of factors to fall in love with you, and that's normal. You cannot blame these men, because that's how it should be, and that's how women should be too. Matter of fact, I think us as women can learn a lot from men sometimes. And you know what? I'm not even trying to make anyone bigger than they are. We are equal, okay? So you can learn a lot from these men and the games they run, because low-key they be onto something, okay? You should not only do men not love unconditionally, but you should not be loving unconditionally. You should have a list of what you are looking for in a man. Where's mine? Mine is somewhere here. See, I'm not even going to show you, but from 1 to 7, I have a list of what I look for in a man. Yes, you should not love unconditionally. You should have grounds for liking someone, for looking for certain characteristics, because if you love unconditionally, you can fall in love with anyone and they're not a good person, and now your life is ruined. So please think strategically, logically. Stop relying so much on emotion, on how you feel when you look at someone's eyes. Like, yes, certain men are attractive, but a man must have much more than just physical looks. I'm so sorry. Like, cool, you can go for looks, but you need to have other grounds as well. other than just what a man looks like and how he makes you feel. How he makes you feel right now is not going to last forever, baby girl, please. But anyways, it's not about us loving the man, right? It's how you get a man to fall in love with you. Which in step number one, before I even say about the whole challenge, not convenience thing, is that you should not be seeking to make a man fall in love with you. That should be number one. You should not be trying to make a man fall in love with you. A man should just fall in love with you because you're who he wants. But yes, it's not about playing games. It's not about playing hard to get. It's not about, you know, I just want to be genuine. Girl, okay, you can be genuine, but just keep it to a minimum. You don't need to lie. You don't need to act hard to get. You don't need to force yourself to not text him for days, to play it cool or whatever. But just don't be too much. Don't respond within minutes every time he texts you. Don't call him all the time 24/7. Don't, you know, ask to see him in the first month first. Like, you can't be the one to be like, I want to see you, you know. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about healthy, secure, stable men. If you're dealing with an insecure, unstable, and emotionally unavailable man, they do like the chase. Trust me, they do. But they're so used to some women making things so easy these days, because some women do that they now see that actually, what's the point of chasing if I can just have it? That's like the lazy, the low effort men, the ones that you shouldn't be dealing with. But if you're still dealing with this man from this video, learn to stop dealing with this type of men. We need healthy, consistent, stable, available men that are ready for you for something. So yeah, those ones, the insecure, the unavailable ones, they will act like they don't like the chase, like they want girls to come to them. And trust me, I've dealt with guys like that. Honestly, bottom tier. As in, if you don't make some sort of effort, you guys will not speak. Like, what is that? These men, I can't even say they don't like you, because sometimes they might like you, but they're just so stuck in their ways of getting everything they want. They're literally in their feminine energy. Why the hell would you want a man in his feminine energy? We need a man that is in his masculine, is a hunter, wants to chase you, pursue you, show you that he likes you. That's what we want. That's a secure man. That's a man who knows his worth and knows what he wants in life, and he sees you and he's like, that is what I want, and that's what I'm gonna get, and he's gonna go and get that thing no matter what. This is what you want, ladies. You don't want a man that's like iffy, a man that's like texts you one day then disappears the next day. That's a man in his feminine energy. That's a man in his receiving energy. He wants to receive from you. Does that make any sense? What kind of man is that? How can you make a man fall in love if he's not even a man? That is not a man, ladies. So please, before you even try to make a man fall in love with you, you need to first think what a man looks like to you. That's why you need to have that list, because how can you want someone to fall in love with you if you don't even know who you're falling in love with? You need to know who you want to fall in love with, and then be good, and they will fall in love with you. So yeah, so the first step before you even start listening to this video is, please pause it, think to yourself, what do I look for in a man? Write it down. Don't share it with no one. When you talk to men, don't tell them what you look for. Don't tell them if they meet everything or if they don't meet anything, or what they meet and what they don't meet. And no, just go and find someone that meets it. If they don't meet it, go, and that's it. So yes, so men don't like convenience. If they like convenience, it's because they're in their feminine energy and they got some issues and they're not ready to fight for you. They're not ready to go and do things for you. So you really don't even need that type of man. But honestly, real men that really like you will chase. So don't make it easy for them. I'm not saying make their life difficult. I'm not saying treat them like horrible crap. But I'm saying just be in your receiving feminine energy. Be like those men that you talk to, those men that you text first. What do? They text you back, they listen, they respond, but sometimes they disappear for a few hours, sometimes they don't call you for a few days, and that's what keeps you liking them, right? Because it's the uncertainty, it's the thrill, right? But this is just the role swapping. It shouldn't be like that. So you need to be those men that don't actually like you. That's what you need to be. So what I mean by challenge is just don't be too available. Just don't. Sometimes have your own life, and the best way you can do this is by genuinely knowing yourself, loving yourself, and having things to do, and not putting your whole value on a man. Like, I'm sorry, I know a lot of these men are gonna watch this video and be like, what the hell is she talking about? But men were put on this earth to help women. I don't care if you disagree, okay? This is just my truth. Men have a 24-hour cycle, which means every single day they pretty much go through the same thing. Every single day they pretty much have the same levels of hormones that, you know, alters throughout the day. But it's not like us, which is throughout the week, throughout the month. They don't have like, you know, crazy cycles. They just have one day. They might go through some things in a day, but that's it. And then it repeats every single day. That's the role of testosterone, to keep you stable. And that's why men are hunters, because they are meant to be stable. They're meant to be strong. They're meant to be resilient and just be able to do things. When men were put on this earth to help us when we're in a weak state, whether we're menstruating, whether we're giving birth, whether we're pregnant, whether we have a young child. They are there to protect us from when we're weak. I just gave you a little science lesson, okay? So what that means is men do not want you to convenience them. Men do not want you to go and bring them food and bring them things and protect them and fight for them. No, they are the convenience, okay? Men are the convenience. Do not convenience them. Give them a little challenge. Let them fight for you. Let them figure you out. Let them pursue you. And yeah, that's what they want. I promise you, that is what they want. That's what they like. That's what they find fun. That's why men go out to the club and speak to women. They like to chase, they like to hunt. Let them stop trying to make it so easy. I don't care if you like that man, you better restrict yourself from grabbing that phone and texting him twice in a row, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, paragraphs. Stop it. Anyways, yeah, so men fall in love when you challenge them, because that's what boosts dopamine. When they actually worked for you, it didn't just come ready to them. When they worked for you, put in effort, texted you, called you, took you out on dates, actually, poured energy and money into you, then they realize you're something worth it and valuable. And now not only do they feel like they actually worked for something, but when you're a beautiful woman and stuff, they just feel like that guy. Like, they feel like, wow, I did that. Like, look how beautiful she is, and I put in the work, and now she's mine. Like, that's how it should be, So if a man does not like the chase, that should be your sign that you need to run, because you're gonna be the man in the relationship. And good luck with that, because oof, every single time I see a girl in her masculine energy, I just feel so bad. Like, I'm like, damn girl, you are working overtime. Like, you need to just chill. But yeah, so number 2 is men fall in love through emotional understanding, not dependence. Okay, so what I mean by this is, when men come to you with their problems, some do, some don't, because some feel like they shouldn't even be complaining to you about their problems. But when some of them do, no matter what the issue is, it could be family, mental health, financial issues, whatever it is, you need to have emotional understanding, not dependence, not help, not solution, not convenience, understanding. What you do is, when a man comes to you with a problem, you sit and you listen. If you're on the phone or texting, whatever, you just let them talk, you listen, you don't interrupt. This is the time they've trusted you with an issue. They feel low, they feel their self-worth has gone down, something has happened, yeah, and they need to be listened to. Okay, so you let them talk, you don't interrupt. If you're in person, you look into their eyes to let them know that they're seen and they're heard and you care. So you listen, you look into their eyes. And once they're done, you do not offer solutions. You do not offer to help and fix all their issues. Men don't look at women as smarter or, better than them or more logical. They think we're just emotional. That's it. They just see us as these emotional balls and stuff. So if a man is coming to you with his problems, he don't want your solutions. He don't want your problem solving skills, okay? He just wants to be heard, listened to. He wants to feel connected. He wants to feel understood, okay? So you just listen, let him talk. And once he's done, you comfort him. You say, oh my god, that must be so difficult. Like, I understand how you feel. If you're in person, you offer to give him a hug, rub his back or his head, scratch his head. Make him feel connected, make him feel good, because that's what he's coming to you for. He's coming to you to feel good, not to solve his issues, not to make plans for the future. He just wants to feel good, okay? If you're not together, then you just comfort him. You tell him, oh my god, like, that must be so difficult. I understand why you would be stressed. Like, say you understand how he feels. Make them feel good, because that's why they're coming to you, because they feel low. They don't feel good, so they want to feel good, and that's why they're coming to you, to feel good. So that's what you need to do. Make them feel good. And I know a lot of girls' egos will get in the way and be like, no. Please, if you're not ready to actually be nice to a man, I don't think you're ready for a man. Once you meet a good guy, then you realize you have to be good yourself to him and be nice. You can't treat men horrible and then expect to have a good man. It wouldn't even make sense. That man is gonna run far away from you because you make him feel horrible. So you need to make him feel good when he's coming to you with problems. You don't solve his issues. You don't tell him, well, babe, I can give you the money. Well, babe, I can do this. You can't do anything, okay? You can listen. You can give him a hug, a nice, warm, tight hug. You can boost his ego a little bit, tell him how he's so smart and strong and that you believe he can figure this out, because he always figures it out and he's always on his grind and he's gonna do it. And just tell him, babe, just get some rest, I'm here for you if you want to talk. And then watch, tomorrow you didn't even do anything, but just listen, make him feel good. And then after a few days, when the issue has passed, he's gonna thank you so much. Or even if he's a bit more of like the proud type, he might not say nothing, but in his head he's gonna be like, oh my god, like, she's a keeper, like, wow, like, she really helped me through this tough time, when really you didn't even really help. You just was there, you was just present. And that's what is so important. To be in your feminine energy is to be present. That's what I've heard a lot of men say this, right? When a man really likes you, he just wants you to exist. That's it. Like, that's the whole point of even women, right? And that's why some insecure men can't stand women, because they know that women, all they have to do is exist, and some men will just love them. So yeah, so as a woman, your presence is so important. You don't need to talk too much. You don't need to give him a whole lecture on why this is gonna be okay. No, just listen, and that's it. Yes, you need to be emotionally available and understanding, but not dependent. You do not need to rely on that man for happiness, for worthiness, to feel pretty. You need to have your own life. You need to have hobbies for that. Go to the gym, go on a walk, see your friends, paint, draw, make clothes, sell things, go shopping. Shopping is a hobby, yes. If you have to spend money to be happy, then do it, but do not rely on a man to make you happy. Of course a man can make you happy, of course when you're together he should be making you happy, but that should not be your one and only source of happiness. You should have multiple. You should have hobbies, friends, family, pets, you know. Hobby can be anything. Hobby can be, you know, even watching movies, make popcorn and watch a movie by yourself, a really funny movie, a movie that you've liked for years and you've watched 100 times. Watch that if you want to, but do not depend emotionally on a man. Do not put your all into a man and call him 24/7, want to see him 24/7. That's not how it works, and it's gonna hurt you, trust me. I promise you. It's not even about the guy at this point, about him not falling for you. It'll be draining. He'll feel exhausted after a few months or years, and it's just not good. You don't want to drain people's energy, okay? And you'll be draining yours in the process. Like when you're too reliant, you will get hurt because you'll realize you rely on him way more than he relies on you, and then you'll feel like it's not reciprocated. And then no, emotional dependence goes for this as well. When there's an issue and you start typing paragraphs and spam calling him and spam texting him and all these things. No, what is that, girls? Can you tell me one time you sent a guy a paragraph and either one of these things happened? He understood you, he apologized, and then changed permanently, or he improved, he never did what you wrote that paragraph about ever again. Please, I know if you say he did all three things, you're lying. You're lying. If you're more expressive, if you're more the type to, you know, want to be understood and you want him to feel your pain and understand you, baby girl, that's not how it works, okay? You do not let a man feel your pain by telling him what he did to you and how he made you feel, okay? You make a man feel your pain by disappearing, giving him space and distance, to miss you, to miss your presence, and to realize what his actions have created, how if he keeps acting this way, he might lose you, and then he will realize what life feels like without you, and then that's it. So if something happens and a man hurts you, you tell him, babe, I don't like what you did, I need space. That's it. I'm not telling you to ghost him, block him, you know, that's a bit toxic. Yes, you tell him, I need space, I don't like what you did, and that's it. And then if he texts you or calls you, you don't respond, just give yourself space to think and, you know, to yourself. And then you go in your journal. If you don't have a journal, go and buy one. I don't know why you're still watching my videos and you don't have a journal. You need a journal. Go and buy a journal. Even a random notebook, an old school book that you don't use anymore, go and write. And that paragraph you was meant to send him, even if in your notes on your iPhone, I know you have an iPhone, go in your notes app and start typing that. Do not send it to that man though. Start typing, maybe as if you're writing to him, as if you're writing to yourself, as if you're writing to your mom, to whoever, and start telling yourself what he did. Oh, he did this, you know. You write that down and that's it. And then you're gonna feel better after that because you've explained yourself. You now read through and like, okay, this is what happened, this is how I feel, this is what he did, where do we go from here? Do I keep talking to him or do I leave him alone? Like, what is gonna happen? And then you see, and then once you've calmed down, your emotions have calmed down, then you come back to him after you told him you need space, and then you have a proper conversation with him and you tell him this is where the emotional understanding comes from, not emotional dependence. Emotional understanding, you need to have alone time to yourself to think and feel your emotions, and then you come back rationally and logically and you speak to him and you tell him, this is what you did, this is how I felt, it's not gonna work, or if it's gonna work, I need to see this. And then you listen to what he says. Is he gonna change, is he not? And then you give him a trial. He has a month, 2, 3, however long you give him. If he does it again, you disappear. This time you don't need explanation because you've spoken about it now. You've given him a warning. You've told him, if you do this, I will not be happy. And if he does it again, he doesn't need a second warning. Then you can go ghost, okay? If a man does something once, it's okay. You know, everyone makes mistakes. You can forgive. I'm not gonna be the type to tell you, leave that man the first time he does something, okay? I'm not gonna be, that's just unrealistic. But if he does it more than twice or even 3 times, if you let it get to 3, on that 3rd time, you better be out of there. You better be out of there, especially if it's all within a year. No and no and no. That means he's gonna do it 100 more times. It's like cheating. You know, those girls, you'd be like, my man cheated on me 5 times, and you're like, 5 times? I mean, of course, yeah, if he cheats once and then you take him back and he cheats another time and you take him back after the 2nd time, he's gonna see that, yeah, I can do whatever I want, she's still gonna be here. And finally, on my last point, is men fall in love with women who have self-worth. You need to have self-worth. Simple as. He does, and this goes to everything we've been speaking about. He does something, you tell him straight up, that's not gonna work, I'm gone. You leave, you disappear. When he does bad things, you don't take disrespect. If you're on a date and he makes a comment about women or you directly, or anything you do not like, anything that makes you feel a type of way, and listen to your body and listen to your gut. If you're talking to a man and you feel something, listen to that and speak up. I don't care if that man is the scariest man on earth. You say something like, I don't like that. Why would you say, like, you make a little comment. If you're really, really shy and you can't stand up for yourself and stuff like that, just take that as a warning and then you leave. Not in the moment, but after the date, after you get home and stuff, you either block him or you just never ever speak to him again. Because take that feeling, if you're on a date with a man and you get a bad feeling, that feeling is only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Trust me. Don't excuse men's bad behavior. This is what self-worth is about. You do not excuse bad behaviors. You do not. A woman with high self-worth knows her worth and knows what she accepts and what she does not accept. Okay, and this is where lists come from. Right on your list, what do you not accept for a man to do? What do you accept for a man to do? Learn about yourself. That's what self-worth is about. And I don't care if you have low self-worth, you best work on it, because anyone can have self-worth. You can look, I don't know, like an alien. If you start telling yourself every single day that you deserve the best and you're a queen, and you start doing your makeup a certain way and your hair and your clothes, you will glow up. You might look like an alien now, but in a year's time, after speaking positively about yourself, telling yourself you only deal with healthy, good men, that you only look good all the time, you dress good, you smell good, you do your makeup every time you go out somewhere. It doesn't have to be every single day, but at least a little mascara and a little bit of chapstick or lip gloss. That's it. 5 minutes. Spend 5 to 10 minutes on your face every single day, and you'll see how you're gonna look better. You might still not look like Princess Diana or Beyonce or Shakira, but you will definitely look better and feel better, and your self-worth will increase, and you'll see how people treat you better. Have self-worth. Leave when things don't benefit you. Leave when you're disrespected. Leave when you don't feel appreciated, you don't feel heard, you don't feel consistency. Men respect that. Men love women with self-worth. It shows that you will be a good mom, because if you don't have self-worth, your children will not have self-worth. You know, you need to have self-worth. Men love that. Men love a woman that can get up and walk away. They love it. How many songs have you heard that's like, I hate to let her go, but I love to watch her leave? You know, they like a woman who knows her worth. Is like, I'm not dealing with this. So yes, have self-worth, ladies. I don't care if right now you feel like you don't deserve anything in your whole life. Your mother and everyone around you has told you you're worthless and you don't deserve a damn thing. You better work on it. You better start telling yourself from now, you know what, everything everyone has told me so far is not true. I decide what's true for me, because that's what matters. Okay, what you decide is true for you will be true for you and no one else. Okay, you decide your truth. No one else decides your truth but you. What you think will happen, I promise you. So yes, I know it's a bit more difficult than said. It takes time, it takes months, years, but that's what you need to do if you want to succeed in life. You need to have self-worth. Start watching YouTube videos, start journaling, start getting more spiritual, all these things to do it. And I know some people are so stuck in their ways, so stuck in their limited beliefs and limited mindset, like this is what I know and this is it. But there's so much more truth out there. You're not just a worthless little thing. You're beautiful, okay? And you can change your mindset if you want to. If you don't want to, this is not the video for you, because you will not get any growth if you don't have an open mind, okay? So work on not limiting yourself to certain beliefs. So self-worth, challenge them, and have emotional understanding. That's how you make a man fall in love. But before you do all of that, make sure you're not trying to make that man fall in love with you. You just be yourself and you evaluate him and think, is he a good person or not? And you just continue to be yourself, and then he will fall in love. And if you have these 3 things, he will fall in love.